Well, good evening once again, everyone, and welcome back to high school basketball here on Ticket TV at 929theticket.com. Great to have you with us for game number 2 of our doubleheader between the John Bapst Crusaders and the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. Foxcroft winning the girls' game by a final of 41-28. And now the boys will take center stage here at FA. Jim Churchill joined in this broadcast by Ernie Clark. Ernie, good to see you here at your old stomping grounds.
Yes, sir. I embarrassed the home folks many times here for a couple of years back in the day, but glad to be here tonight.
Statues out front?
No, not at all. And if they were, they'd be gone by now.
There's a snowman, but no statue.
That's as close as I'm going to get, I'm afraid. That's okay.
It did kind of look like you. Anyway, it has been snowing outside. I stepped outside to get a fresh scorebook between games, and the snow's still falling lightly out there, but the roads would appear to be a little treacherous. Now, you have the shorter trip home than I do this night. Usually it's the other way around.
Rarity here. Yeah, the hill, I mean, you'll be going early enough, so the hill won't be an issue.
Okay. I'll be able to make it up the hill.
I would think so.
All right. Well, that makes me feel a lot better. Our high school basketball here on Ticket TV presented by First National Bank. Dream first because you can. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So we've seen John Bapst, or I've seen John Bapst boys a couple of times this season. We saw them earlier in a radio broadcast at Herman. I saw them on Saturday against MCI. The Huskies coming away with that victory. But this John Bapst team, they got some spark. They'll fight. They'll go down fighting if they come up on the short end of the stick. But I'm looking forward to a competitive game here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, record-wise, the Crusaders have struggled a little bit. But they got some nice young parts. It's just they're young. Got a couple of nice guards in John Pangburn and Michael Shepard. Pangburn, a sophomore, Shepard, a junior that I get to see against Herman a week or so ago and showed some good promise. And they went pretty deep. Ed Jones goes pretty deep into his bench, so an opportunity for a lot of guys to get some playing time, and ideally from that, people develop over the course of a 10 or 12 game season.
Yeah, meanwhile, for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies, John Bapst coached by Ed Jones. The Ponies led by Toby Nelson, and we saw them earlier down in Pittsfield against MCI, and they've got some nice pieces.
Yeah, they're looking to get to the 500 mark tonight. They're 4-5 overall, and what they have some senior leadership in Logan Martin and Lucas Ames, a couple of very strong players. I think between the two of them average about 25 points a game, so they have some kind of definite sources of offense as opposed to Bapst, where you're not quite as sure where that offense is going to come from, and some physicality in terms of the size that they have. Not height-wise, but rugged individuals, so to speak, and that plays well into the defensive end for Foxcroft.
And let's take a look at the two rosters for these two sides. We mentioned the John Bapst Crusaders and some of their young talent. You see the sophomore there, John Pangburn, 0. Andy Chapika played very well the other day at MCI, another sophomore. And, of course, the veterans there for Coach Ed Jones. We'll get to the starting lineup here in just a second. And then on the other side of the ledger, the Foxcroft Academy Ponies, Coach Toby Nelson with a young team, but does have that veteran leadership, as you mentioned.
Yeah, 5 freshmen for the Ponies, and John Bapst, 3 seniors, 6 juniors, and 3 sophomores. So it's some youth to go all around here as we get ready to go.
All right, the starters for the Crusaders: Andy Chapika, John Pangburn, Corey Butler, Luke Normand, and Jordan Kimball. And Kimball comes out firing, left the three-pointer short, and now he gets hit hard and knocked to the floor. And the foul is going to go against Brad Witten, one of the starters for Coach Nelson, out there along with Caden Crocker. and also Lucas Ames, Logan Martin, and Adam Connor in the starting lineup for FA. Kimball brings it down, gets it back to Luke Norman. Now they come on the right side to Pangburn. Here's Butler. Corey cut off on the left side of the lane. Luke Norman looking for some room, can't find it. Gives it outside to Andy Chapika. Butler dribbles low, floats it up, uses the glass nicely, and the Crusaders an early 2-0 lead.
That was good patience by John Bapst against the man-to-man by Foxcroft there, working for a good shot and got something Butler was comfortable with.
Witten couldn't handle the pass, and the Crusaders take it away. Here's Kimball on the fly, scoops it up with the left hand, and no, they're going to call it travel there. But
yeah, it was an attempted Euro step. But a nice drive after.
The shot was pretty.
The shot was nice, kind of scooped it up there.
I was mesmerized by that. All right, Foxcroft on the attack, looking to break the ice, and that long ball is short, and the rebound to Chapika for the Crusaders. Andy zips it ahead to Butler. Butler drives from the left wing, kick out to Pangburn. John misses that three off the front of the iron, but the long rebound to Norman. Pangburn with the runner, no good. May have been partially blocked, and the Ponies will head to their end of the floor.
2-3 zone for John Bapst.
Martin holds it high. He's guarded by Kimball. Now it's Ames dribbling it out front, and we've got a whistle, and that's going to be a carry against Lucas Ames. Choppy start here for the Ponies as they try to settle in on their home floor. Kimball has it stripped, and taking to the other end is going to be Martin, and Kimball with the block from behind. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, there's Logan Martin on the run, but long arms there from behind by Kimball. Gets the block and forces Logan Martin to earn it at the free throw line.
Yeah. Contact with the body. So Logan dips, and he'll get the bounce. First point of the evening for the Ponies.
Martin averaging 13 points a game to lead the Ponies in scoring.
Second one good as well, and we are tied at 2 early in this one. Pangburn has his pass taken away by Martin. Martin ahead of the pack will lay it in. So Logan Martin very aggressive in those passing lanes. 2 steals here in the last 30 seconds or so, and he's picked up 4 points as well.
Yeah, he's just a physical player with a lot of quickness.
Kimball from near the left elbow, a little too strong, and the rebound to Witten for the Ponies. Tell you what, the Ponies got some wide bodies out there on the floor when you're talking about Crocker and Ames and Martin and Witten.
They just look bigger at every position.
Very long three there by Logan Martin. That rolls off no good, and the rebound into the hands of the Crusaders. Up ahead they go to Butler, and in midair he wheels and puts it off the window for 2 points.
It was an almost alley-oop, actually. Yeah. He never came down. A nice pass from about mid-court, and good job by Butler to finish.
Yeah, accurate pass, good catch. Midair, turned those shoulders. Got him square to the backboard, and here at the other end, though, striking right back is going to be Caden Crocker. Three-pointer for Caden, and it's now 7-4 Ponies.
Crocker just a sophomore. He's also averaging in double figures for Foxcroft this year.
Kimball tries the right baseline, misses the shot, and then Witten with the rebound, but he lost control and rolled across the floor a little bit there, so that'll be violation. There's the
end of the alley-oop. Butler got behind the defense and had open. And here's the three-pointer from Crocker, just a sophomore, give Foxcroft the lead.
Kimball steps in underneath the defender and hits the 2. So Jordan Kimball into the scorebook, and it's 7-6. So you said that was not a complete alley-oop. What was it, an alley?
Well, it was an alley-op, I guess.
Oh, alley-op.
Yeah,
I like that.
It was close. A little bit higher would have been an oop.
Yeah. Got to reach a
nice play.
Certain height for the oop. All right, that three is short by Martin. Long rebound. Picked up by Kimball. Kimball, between a couple of defenders, gets the bounce. Jordan Kimball, strong at the offensive end once again. Missed there by the Ponies, and the rebound to Chapika. Pangburn, nice bounce pass on the run and unable to finish. There is Luke Norman, but the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds across the end line by the Ponies. Josh Cornett is going to check in here for Foxcroft.
But Bapst doing a good job of transition offense, kind of catching the Ponies a little slow to get back defensively.
Lucas Ames out of the ball game here for the Ponies. John Bapst up by one. Reverse layup, no good there by Luke Norman. A lefty went with the right hand. Couldn't get it to fall, so the Ponies back to work at their end of the floor. Cornett goes on the wing to Martin. Cutting there, unable to handle the pass is Adam Connor. All alone at the other end is Pangburn, and he'll put it up and in.
Again, Foxcroft a little sloppy with their perimeter passing. Their third, fourth turnover of the game already.
Coach Nelson was worried about the 2-3 zone being employed by John Bapst here. Had some early success recently. The momentum has turned in favor of the Crusaders. Another miss. Close range miss there by the Ponies. One and done. Here's Butler with the three. Off no good. And the rebound to Crocker. Cornett, hard push. Beyond the free throw line. In the corner. The shot is no good. The miss there by Adam Connor. Ponies cannot keep it alive and will head down to the other end.
We saw Foxcroft early in the year against MCI, and they struggled with the zone in that game as well. MCI started out in a man-to-man, and Foxcroft kind of shot MCI out of it, forced him into zone, and the Ponies struggled offensively after that. Probably haven't seen a zone too much since then, but getting one here tonight.
You might say Ed Jones going with his big lineup here.
He is.
Sauk Basin, we saw him earlier. He's very strong. Here's a three by Shepard. Short of the mark, offensive rebound. And Chaffee could not control it, had it knocked away by the Ponies. They are on the run. A one-handed shot, a flying one-hander there by Martin. It's off the front of the rim. Ponies keep it alive again. Witten steps inside the arc. And a foul against the Crusaders. And it's going to go against Nick Chaffee, I believe. Indeed, his first. Second on the team. 1:57 left to go here in the first quarter, 10-7. Ball comes in to Jackson Smith. And alone along the baseline and getting it to go is Logan Martin. He's got 6 here in the first quarter. That makes it a one-point affair again. The visitors up 10-9.
Little backdoor cut along the baseline there, and Witten saw Martin making the move.
Here's Chaffee around Martin, but felt his presence behind him. Did not release the shot. Now the lob inside. Pass intended there for big Patrick Raymond. It's going to be off his fingertips, out of bounds. See the little backdoor play there along the baseline. And Martin almost left that one a little short. Just barely got it over the iron for 2 points.
Probably not an easy shot unless you use the backboard there.
Cornett loops it inside to Smith. Cornett had it briefly. Here's Martin, little stutter step move. Weaves in around another defender. Drops it along the baseline. Crocker got control of it again. John Bapst still sitting in that 2-3. Cornett open for three. Right side, no good. Weak side rebound in the hands of Crocker. Facing up against a couple of defenders. Here's Cornett, a runner along the left baseline. That's no good. And finally, it goes out of bounds off the Ponies.
Ponies had their chances. A lot of the time you try to beat that 2-3 zone by getting the ball via the pass to the high post and let him look for cutters. But right now, at least on that possession, the Ponies trying to use the dribble to get inside the zone.
Almost a steal there by Martin. Chaffee got it back. Now goes outside to Levi Peterson.
Yeah,
Peterson has been a post player for much of the action I've seen of John Bapst this year, but when you have Sock Basin and Raymond in there, kind of tough to find some space along the blocks there.
8.2 seconds left. John Bapst. See if they try to score off the inbounds play here.
Comes into Sock Basin. Sock Basin heads left, 5 seconds left. Here's Chaffee, nice move, and he's got 2. Nick Chaffee beats the buzzer by a couple of seconds, and that will give John Bapst a 12-9 lead at the end of the first 8 minutes. We'll take a timeout. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV at 929theticket.com. Back at Foxcroft Academy, Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark, Jay Baines working the camera here today on the scene. Mark Paulette back in the greater Bangor area directing the show. Foxcroft with the basketball as we get quarter number 2 underway. Ponies trail it by 3 here on their home floor. Crocker on the wing, now in the corner. It is Martin, back to Crocker. He'll tee up a 3. That one's no good. Offensive rebound was into the hands briefly of Gideon Topolsky, but he got stripped on the way up. And here's Pangburn back at the offensive end for the Crusaders. This 3 by Chapika, left shy of the mark, and the rebound into the hands of Topolsky. Gets it off to Crocker. Crocker crosses over, lost control of the basketball. Ponies get it back. Martineau top, looking over that 2-3 zone. Ames into the corner. Connor had it briefly. Now they come to the near side. Ames will try a 3. That's off, no good. And darting in for the rebound is going to be John Pangburn. Gets knocked to the floor, maintains the dribble. Little Marcus Haynes-like look there. Or were you a Curly Neal fan?
Yeah, he's on Curly though with the long hair.
No.
As opposed to Curly.
Yeah. Here's a 3 by Chapika. This time overcompensated a little bit, a little too hard. Pangburn with an attempt from the left elbow, no good. Ames with a rebound, up ahead Martin, turns, faces up against Pangburn. Good hustle there by John to get back and defend. Ponies have lost their rhythm offensively as the ball is knocked in the backcourt. Retrieved by Ames. He flips it over to Connor briefly. Now Martin on the near side.
They've got Topolsky at the high post. They need to use him. See how they reverse the ball like that, and he gets a good shot for Logan Martin.
Indeed. A little 7-footer there by Logan. He adds 2 more to his total. He's up to 8. That's 8 of the 11 Pony points. Ed Jones going back to his bench. I think Ed's a hockey fan. Here's a 3-pointer by Michael Shepard from the right side. First points of the quarter for the Crusaders. Coach Jones doesn't like to send in 1 or 2 players at a time. He goes 4 or 5.
He's got units. Work against each other.
Ames for 3. Got it! Lucas Ames.
And again, that went through the high post, and Topolsky first, and he was able to find the open man.
And Pangburn gets tripped up there by Logan Martin. And you're the hometowner here. Is it Topolsky or Topolsky?
Oh, it's probably Topolsky.
All right.
It's not a name I'm familiar with.
There's the 3 ball from Shepard. Now at the other end, turning is Topolsky, and looking left, seeing the floor well, finds an open Lucas Ames, who buries the 3. 15-14, got a good one here at Foxcroft Academy. Great to have you with us on Ticket TV. More action coming up tomorrow. We'll get to our broadcast schedule here very shortly. Bapst Crusaders will be back on the Ticket TV airwaves. There's a foul in backcourt. It's going to go against Crocker, Caden Crocker with the foul. And there's our upcoming broadcast tomorrow night from Brewer High School. The boys game first at 5:15. As Ed Jones and company will be taking on the Witches, and then the girls game at 7. Also Bangor at Old Town Girls tomorrow night on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket. Yeah. And more action on the radio and on Ticket TV on Friday night. And there's a runner along the baseline. No good there by Butler. Shot was partially blocked. Ponies on the run. Here's a runner along the left baseline, and it's missed by Caden Crocker, and had to land perfectly between the backboard and the rim there as Corey Butler goes up to knock it free.
You don't see it bounce into that situation
No.
very often. It usually just goes in there. But soft touch, apparently.
Yeah. There's a reason why we call the Ticket main sports leader, Ernie, because we got high school basketball here on Ticket TV as Nick Chaffee picks up 2 points down low. 17-14 Crusaders, Ticket TV, and on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket. Coming up in March, talk about a full slate. Red Sox baseball, they get things going this Sunday, the 28th, and then we've got a full slate of action for the Sox from Florida, and a lay-in there by Nick Chaffee, and Toby Nelson needs a timeout. As we take a look here.
Yeah, it's just, I'm going to the rim. Nice little fake there to draw Ames' attention and then finish it off. That's a strong take there for the Crusaders to stretch their lead out to 5 points.
Also in March, plenty of Celtic basketball, Bruins hockey, more college basketball conference championships, and of course the big one, March Madness, the NCAA basketball tourney. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage of that on the Ticket. See the Ponies record right there in 2021, 4-5. Coach Nelson and company trying to get to the 500 mark. Crusaders at 1-7. Saw them against MCI the other day, and Josh Tardy's team poured on the Jets late in that ball game to make the score a little more deceiving than it actually was. It's very competitive for almost 3 quarters.
And those records that we see are important, just as important are the pod records, because that's what they're going to use to seed teams for the tournament that starts next week, because a lot of teams are playing a lot of teams outside the pod, so they just kind of use common denominator games to determine that. Foxcroft's, I believe, has got just 1 win in the pod, so they're kind of hurting there. Bapst has 1 win as well, so you know it's there's 8 teams in that tournament, and this game tonight might be the difference between being the 6th seed and being the 7th seed.
I believe we may have a graphic on the standings in the pod. That shot no good by Chaffee. Ball tipped around, finally into the hands of Jackson Smith. Here is Logan Martin taking it hard to the hole. Can't get the shot to drop, but he is going to be at the free throw line.
Yeah, he's strong enough so that if he gets to the rim, then he can use his body to make sure that he creates a shot. And here we are looking at the conference standings. These include all of the teams, both in the A's and in the B's. And you see where Brewer, who John Bapst plays tomorrow night, is 9-1 overall and kind of leading the way. And you see Foxcroft 4-5. The record's not bad, but they're 0-2 in the pod, so it's not so good in terms of postseason count. Martin
goes 1 for 2 at the line, so Logan with 9 points now. 19-15, Bapst with the lead, and we've got a timeout on the floor. We will take it as well. 19-15, the lead for the visitors. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV. Back in Dover, Foxcroft, Jim Churchill along with Ernie Clark. Thanks for joining us here on Ticket TV. Out of the timeout, Bapst with the basketball. Luke Norman ends up at the free throw line. 3:08 up on the clock. The lefty dips and he hits. Pretty good start here for the Crusaders on the road, coming off, I'm sure, what was a disappointing game on Saturday at MCI. I believe it's 20-15. Scoreboard hasn't changed yet. And Norman misses the second one. So a 5-point lead for the visitors. Now they've got the scoreboard up to date here at FA. Different time zone, Ernie, like you said before the game.
Once you get to Charleston Hill, baby, you get another.
And the reverse lay in there by Logan Martin. Again, showing off that great athletic ability and the strength, Ernie, to get that finish.
Yeah, he's got a home on the baseline. He gets him close to the basket. Now, he may run up against some taller players, but not any stronger players.
So it's not home on the range. It's home on the baseline. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Now he tees up a 3, and he comes up shy of the mark there. Good push by, whoops, what do we got?
We got a violation
Whistle
of some sort against the Crusaders.
Carry?
Yeah, I didn't see a travel call, so that had to be what it was. Let's see if they show us here. No, there's Martin on the baseline. Faked the pass outside and then just took it to the reverse side to use the rim as protection against the defender and got it to go.
And the ball game here is Jaden Richard for Foxcroft. He's out there along with Jackson Smith, Logan Martin, Brad Witten, and Lucas Ames, who has the basketball right now. Again, peering over that zone defense of the Crusaders. Now it's Levi Peterson in the middle of that zone. Turning and putting up the shot is going to be Logan Martin. Somehow that ball gets saved by Brad Witten. Now open on the right side. Can't get it to go is Jaden Richard. And finally the Crusaders emanate under that pack of humanity. Pangburn right corner, and that 3 is no good. Here goes Martin again. Full head of steam up against Jordan Kimball. Misses the shot. The follow there by Jaden Richard. And he's going to have it taken away by the Crusaders.
Yeah, he brought the ball down, tried to bounce it, and that's the worst thing he could have done.
Kimball for 3. That shot's no good. It's saved in, though, and stepping in to pick up the loose basketball is going to be Pangburn, and now a blocking foul against the Ponies. Great efforts here to save the basketball inbounds. I think that was Chapika who
30
saved that one. And yep, Andy Chapika.
It was a little chaotic there for about 30 seconds.
Jordan Kimball's going to run to the ball game, and he's actually going to go out into the lobby with his head coach. Ball comes in to Norman. Pangburn, Chaffee on the wing. In the corner, Chapika.
Foxcroft playing zone on the out of bounds play.
Peterson bounces it inside to Norman. Luke. Kick out to Levi, and Pangburn calmly tries to reset the offense. Bapst has shown some patience here tonight, Ernie.
Yeah, they have. They've done a good. Here's a situation where they can be patient because Foxcroft's playing zone.
Dangerous pass there, but into the hands of Chapika, and Andy turns and hits the 2.
Yeah, again, good ball movement winds up getting them a shot they like.
5-point lead for the Crusaders. Ponies with it. They look inside for Martin. Pass knocked away, picked up by John Bapst. Pangburn the push in the corner. Chapika out to Norman. They zip it around. Andy Chapika on this side. Here's the shot from the left elbow by Pangburn. Will he get the bounce? No. And the ball into the hands of Jackson Smith. Josh Cornett up the near side. Crocker, 1 second, and the Ponies will not get a shot off as the buzzer sounds, and that'll do it for the first 16 minutes. At the end of one half, Ernie, it is the Crusaders 22 and the Ponies 17. Sum up that first half for us.
I think it was that last possession in a nutshell where John Bapst, used good patience to get themselves a good shot. They've done that more often than the Ponies have. The Ponies have struggled a little bit against the zone, although they've figured it out. Find Logan Martin near the baseline, let him go to work. But it just seems like Foxcroft 10 turnovers in the first half. John Bapst was 6, and that probably explains the 5-point differential. It's just that John Bapst is a little bit more collected offensively so far in the game, and Foxcroft still kind of got to figure out. They had a few moments there where they worked the high post and got real good shots, but they're not consistent in doing that against the zone. So we'll see if that's kind of an adjustment that's made to get Foxcroft into a more consistent rhythm offensively.
High school basketball here on Ticket TV, brought to you by Downey's Toyota, your all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive headquarters on Wilson Street in Brewer. All roads lead to Down East. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the halftime report next. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV at 929theticket.com. We are back here at Foxcroft Academy having fun during the break. High school basketball here on the Ticket. Brought to you by Greenway Equipment Sales for outdoor power equipment from John Deere, Steel, Honda, Ariens, and more. See the Smith Brothers at Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth and at greenwayequipment.com. Ernie, let's take a look at some of the first half highlights as it is a 22-17 advantage here for the Crusaders.
Yeah, here goes Logan Martin in open space, but this time, earlier he had a shot blocked and got fouled. That time he was able to finish. There's the alley-oop at Corey Butler, knocked in off a good half-court pass. Here's Lucas Ames, and that's Caden Crocker, sophomore, with a nice-looking three-pointer there for Foxcroft. Here comes the Crusaders back, and that is Jordan Kimball going all the way and doing a nice job of not committing the offensive foul as Ames was waiting for him there, but he was able to pull up just enough to avoid contact that would have created a foul situation. Here's a nice fast break. Again, John Bapst caught Foxcroft a little slow to get back into defensive transition on a couple of occasions. It wound up with easy baskets, and there's a nice backdoor cut along the baseline by Logan Martin and a good feed from the high post from Brad Witten to set that up. Now a skip pass by Pangburn, and there's Shepard, his backcourt mate, with three. That's a tough pass to make, but they went over the zone to get that. Now here's Topolsky at the high post looking for somebody who's open. Happens to be Lucas Ames, and he knocked down what I believe was a three-pointer. No, it wasn't. It was a two, actually, but still good offensive run. And here's a little spin move in the post by Nick Chaffee, and he was able to use that post position to good effect. And again, now here's nice fake there by Chaffee, and up and in with the fast break. So we've seen a couple of fast breaks just in this set of highlights by John Bapst. Anytime you get an easy basket in a game like this is good. And that's not such an easy basket, but still nice move there by Logan Martin to get to the opposite side for the reverse layup and keep the Ponies within 5.
Let's run down the scoring here. As I look at my scorebook, I'll turn it over to you, Ernie. But 7 have scored for the Crusaders, just 3 for the Ponies.
Yeah, and again, we kind of talked about that before the start of the game, how Foxcroft had scoring leaders in Martin and Ames in particular. But the balance of John Bapst is winning out for the Crusaders. Nick Chaffee with 6, 4 for Jordan Kimball, 4 for Corey Butler, 3 for Michael Shepard, 2 apiece for John Pangburn and Andy Chapika, and 1 for Luke Norman. We'll get Foxcroft in just a moment.
All right, Ponies with the basketball to start the second half. Out there on the floor for Coach Nelson, who's very animated in the discussion off to our right in the corner. Again, the team's not using the locker rooms here in this 2021 season. Got Brad Witten. His pass is going to be picked off by Corey Butler. Up ahead it goes to Kimball. Uses the left hand and it rolls off no good. Tough luck there for Jordan, and the rebound to the Ponies. Ames to Caden Crocker. Now back out to Lucas Ames, also on the floor for Coach Nelson. Adam Connor. Here's Brad Witten. Down low, shot off the side of the backboard, and it's loose, picked up by Chapika for John Bapst. Foxcroft gets back defensively. Chapika high off the glass, and he walked before the shot. So it'll be Foxcroft Academy basketball. For Coastal Auto Parts, the proud local owner of Napa Auto Parts stores throughout the state of Maine, is pleased to co-sponsor this high school basketball game. We are pleased to bring it to you here on Ticket TV. Slick move there in the paint. Little fake, one dribble. More of an opening for Logan Martin, and he hits the 6-footer.
Yeah, Martin having a big game so far. He's up to his average for a game at 13 points, had 11 in the first half. And a little pump fake gets defender in the air, and then he gets by him and floats in a little 6-foot runner. Scoring in all kinds of different ways.
Bapst gives it back. Here's Martin again, right side of the lane. Misses that shot from about 11 feet, and the rebound to John Bapst. Martin's ready to pick off that pass. Butler did not go to the wing. He went more towards the corner, and now here is a picked off pass. Pangburn has his pass picked off. Open is Ames, but whistle, and they're going to say that foul is going to be against the Ponies, Ernie.
Yeah, 3 straight turnovers by John Bapst, and here comes Caden Crocker there, and they say that Pangburn got in front, and he's a lot smaller than Crocker, so when there was contact, Bangor went down, but was rewarded with a player control foul call, and John Bapst gets the ball back.
All right. Chaffee goes to Shepard. He had that 3 in the first half. Michael inside to Sock Basin. Sock Basin powers his way up for 2. We saw him against Herman earlier in the season, Ernie, on the radio side of things, Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket. And he showed some good post moves, as he did right there.
Yeah, used his body there to just create a window so he could get the shot off in the low post, and Foxcroft couldn't do anything about it.
There's a 3 put up by Caden Crocker, his 2nd of the night. He's got 6 in the ball game, and the Ponies are to within 2. 24-22 our score. And some energy coming from the bench to our right. That would be where the Ponies are. And Peterson can't hit the 3. Rebound to Foxcroft. Ames working the left side. And he lost it. Here comes Shepard. Getting back is Crocker, and he knocked it away. Shepard outside to Raymond. Now in the corner. Chaffee thought about the 3, puts it to the floor, and uses the glass from a tough angle, Ernie.
Yeah, a little jump stock action, and then, like you say, a sharp angled shot. Not easy at all, but pretty good athletic play to get that done.
He's got 8, and the lead, I believe, is back to 4. 26-22. Here is Chaffee again, and using the great body control, taking a hit, and again goes off glass for 2 more. He's already in the double figures with 10.
Yeah, he's having a game for himself. He's looking sharp out there.
Junior guard for Coach Ed Jones. Crocker on the wing. Inside they go to Witten. Turns, sees Raymond there. Now they work it outside. Ames at the point. Bounce it along the baseline to Martin. And they try to get it to Witten. And we got a foul here against John Bapst. It's a dangerous pass. Looks like the Crusaders are going to have another steal.
There's Chaffee, a little fake to get defender in the air, and then really no angle at all, but use the top of the backboard. Soft touch there now. Here he comes again in transition.
I like his court vision.
A 2-on-2 shifts from right hand to left hand, and just
showing off at this point.
Yeah, muscles his way up top for a 2nd consecutive basket.
I like the way he sees the floor and he kind of feels the defense, and using the great body control. Nice soft touch. Uh-oh.
Oh, the clock's out for one thing.
Lost the scoreboard.
Is this our fault? No, there it is.
They do need to add 2 points to the Crusader total. It should be 26-22. Yeah.
Could be a situation where the visiting team only gets 24 points on the scoreboard.
That's
in the
the
game.
limit.
And then they try to go up to more. It cuts out.
They're putting 4:01 up on the clock.
And they got the score at 28-22, so we're golden.
All right, 6-point lead for the Crusaders.
I was going to say.
So we were frozen in time.
Yes. I was going to say something in terms of Foxcroft trying to run its offense. Raymond is in the game at what did they say, 7-1? Is that possible?
He looks it.
Yep. But what it does, it takes away that baseline stuff for Martin, because his presence alone is going to make you think about doing something else. And he hasn't been able to get that in the here in the 3rd quarter like he did in the 2nd period. Here he goes again. He's 1-on-1, so he couldn't get the shot off.
There's this tall purple figure in the middle of the paint. And here's Witten changing his shot. So again, Raymond, nice size and presence there, changing a shot. Missed by the Ponies. 6-point lead. Crusaders, left-handed shot there by Levi Peterson. Great opportunity. He is frustrated by that miss now. A fast break here for the Ponies, and laying it up and in is going to be Caden Crocker. 5 points in the quarter for Caden. He's got 8 in the ball game. Deficit is 4 now for Foxcroft. John Bapst with it. Chaffee's been one of the stars for the Crusaders in this one. Into the lane, lost control, bounced off Raymond's leg, right back into Nick's hands. Picks up the dribble. Peterson, sock basin, turns, faces the basket. Picks up his dribble and now tries to lob it into Raymond, but good defense there by Witten, knocked it away, but Bapst retains control. Shepard tries to set a screen, for Chaffee. Here's the drive by Peterson, gets deep again, and he'll draw the foul.
Again, pretty good patience there by the Crusaders. And going to get a trip to the line. We kind of got boxed out on what was going on there.
Well, there's a wall of purple in front of us.
I'll tell you what, they're doing a nice job of kneeling though for the most part.
They're
not standing up like I would. It's like, I'm playing, you're just watching.
You know who I am?
Work around me.
All right, Levi Peterson can't hit the first of 2. He's got one more coming his way. And a new group of Crusaders hitting the floor. We'll reset the lineups here after this free throw by Peterson. Second one is up, and that one a little too hard. So 0 for 2 at the line for Levi. The lead remains at 4 for the Crusaders. 2:40 left in the third quarter. Low scoring, but a good ball game. Very competitive between the Ponies and the Crusaders. Near side Crocker, touch pass inside, and they wheel it around the perimeter very quickly. Dangerous pass. It gets through to Jaden Richard. Martin fakes left, drives in the lane, and can't get the shot up, but a foul against John Bapst.
He decided to force the issue. He was kind of out on the perimeter with Raymond sitting down. I'd almost try to get him back into the baseline, use the high post to set him up, but at least that time he was able to create his own offense off the dribble.
Logan's first free throw, all net. So he's up to 14 in the ball game, but still just 3 Ponies in the scorebook.
10-6, 13-0 is 23. Those 3 average about 35 points a game, and I'm guessing the Ponies are probably around 50 for a team.
1 for 2 at the line for Martin. 3-point lead for John Bapst. They have the basketball, and Kimball gets close but misses the shot. Long pass up court, and it's stolen by Pangburn, who lands hard on the floor on his backside. And he's tough. He gets to his feet, holding on to his
wrist, left
arm or wrist. He's in some pain. He's trying to fend it off right now, and
get foul on Logan Martin.
Jackie Turtleoff, she's the AD and AT.
Which one does it list first? Oh, it does AD, okay.
Yep.
I think Pangburn is probably glad she's an AT right now.
Yeah. Could care less about the AD.
Yeah.
Looking for
as long as
some
the lights
AT.
work.
There's a drive by Chapika. John Bapst is getting some golden opportunities here, just unable to finish. So now it's a window of opportunity here for the Ponies, but the runner by Martin off and no good, into the hands of the Crusaders. Butler walked. Thought about the 3, probably right now wishes he had taken it.
That is 10 turnovers for the Crusaders. Ponies with 13. It's not a huge difference there.
1:35 left in the third. Foxcroft can get closer or tie it. Here's a shot by Topolsky, and he gets the bounce. So there's a 4th Pony into the scorebook. Gideon Topolsky from about 8 feet. And we have ourselves a 1-point affair here in Dover Foxcroft. Here is Chapika along the lane, got too far underneath the basket. His shot off the side of the backboard. At the other end, Martin floats one up. That's off, no good. He's in close, forced that one up. I don't even know if he saw the basket. There's a miss by Kimball, and the rebound to Jaden Richard.
Yeah, he needs to get to Martin. Just needs to get to the rim on that and use the backboard. He had several shots like that that have come from a couple 3 feet and haven't worked, and now the turnover there, and Foxcroft not quite able to take the lead here as John Bapst holding on despite missing a couple of pretty good attempts of their own in the last couple of minutes.
Meanwhile, to our right, Toby Nelson scratching his head. And open underneath is Chapika. He won't miss this one. Andy puts it home. He's got 4 in the ball game, and it's a 3-point lead here for the Crusaders. Here's Topolsky, and that pass is deflected by Kimball into the Pony bench.
Yeah, here's
Ooh.
the pass underneath. He gets behind the defender, does Chapika, and it's a layup. Good pass by Corey Butler.
And getting the roll there. Who was that?
That was Ames on the baseline.
Lucas Ames. He's got 5 now. And the buzzer sounds. A miss there by Bapst. And that will do it for quarter number 3. How about this, Ernie? 30-29. Bapst with the 1-point lead. We'll be back with 4th quarter action after this on Ticket TV. Welcome back. Jim and Ernie here in Dover Foxcroft, and Corey Butler. Quick start for Bapst here in the 4th, as Corey now has 6. Missed by the Ponies. Who's got the rebound? It's going to be Butler. And he'll bring it up himself. Corey tries to split the defense, gets in the lane, felt the contact, flung it up there. Good presence of mind by him.
Yeah, he got bailed out a little bit. He's out of control going into the lane, but threw it up and drew the contact and gets a chance to go to the line.
It's one thing to be out of control, but once he felt that contact,
that's what you do.
He wouldn't have got bailed out if he hadn't released. And he misses that free throw, though. And let's see, 3 more Bapst players coming in, and Levi Peterson's going to have to wait. He's going to come in for Butler, evidently. Corey at the free throw line. Shepard Pangburn, good to see him back on the floor after that injured wrist or arm. And Butler misses the 2nd free throw as well. Rebound to Crocker. Here is Jackson Smith. Cornett back to Smith, and he's got 2. Good work there by a couple of young players.
Yeah, 2 of the 5 freshmen for the Ponies there. It looked like they've been playing together for a while.
Foxcroft now in a 2-3 zone. Long ball put up, and it will go for Michael Shepard, his 2nd 3. And the lead is to 4. Rejected there by Sock Basin. Shot up by Topolsky. Bapst with it. Pangburn. Here's Shepard trying another one. This one is no good. And a weak side rebound to Crocker. Caden up the middle of the floor. Looks ahead, tries to bounce it ahead to Jackson Smith, who could not catch up to it. So Peterson and Kimball are coming in. Butler and Norman out. 6:35 left to go. Pangburn goes to Kimball. He's open for 3, and it's shy of the mark. Peterson thought he had an offensive rebound, but Crocker came from behind and took it away from him. And now a foul by Bapst. And it's going to go against Levi Peterson, his 3rd. It's going to be the 3rd on the Crusaders here in the second half. 4 for the Ponies. That could come into play as we head down the home stretch. Ponies could use a bucket right here. Good ball movement. Crocker open for 3. He hits! Excellent movement there with the basketball by the Ponies. Crocker ended up with it wide open, and he did not waste that opportunity.
No, his 3rd 3 of the game. Foxcroft did a good job of getting the ball to a shooter where they like to shoot it. That's one of Crocker's spots, and knocked it down like a layup. Quick pass from Cornett over to the left. The Crocker took his time, squared up, fired a 3, nothing but net.
Here they go again, whipping that basketball around.
He's open too. There it is.
Find him.
Yeah, a little deep.
Gave it up, goes in the corner. Pangburn, nice read, almost came away with a steal, but Crocker gets it back. Here is Caden, touch pass, probably ill-advised there, trying to get it to Topolsky. Shepard 1-on-2, and that's going to be a jump ball tie-up situation, so the arrow will keep it at that end. It'll be John Bapst basketball.
But a good defensive play to prevent the layup without committing the foul.
Enoch comes to Shepard. He's guarded by Cornett. Dribbling it out of the corner is going to be Kimball. Lobs it inside, looking for Levi Peterson, and a foul is going to go against Foxcroft.
Yeah, Peterson had 5 or 6 inches down on the low post on Jaden Richard, number 11 for Foxcroft, and that was about all Richard could do was commit the foul.
This lineup from Toby Nelson, which features just one starter, has showed some spunk here, Ernie.
Yeah, 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and then
Sealed by Pangburn, though. Up ahead it goes to Shepard. Can Topolsky catch him? He will, but Shepard lost control of the basketball. That forced him to put the brakes on, and Topolsky kept on going. And Michael Shepard with the layup. And the lead is back to 3 for John Bapst. Here's a 3 ball from Cornett. No good. Pangburn with the rebound. Slings it ahead to Shepard. He's open again. He's got 2 more. Michael Shepard finding himself open underneath the basket here the last 2 possessions for the Crusaders.
he knows to get open, and Pangburn will get in the ball.
Now Shepard into double figures. He's got 10. Crocker will try another 3. This one is wide of the mark. Who's got it? Pangburn. Hands everywhere by John Pangburn. He steams up the middle of the floor, crosses over, almost lost it, and balls to the floor, saves it to a teammate. Kimball is open for 3, and that's going to hit off the support above the backboard, and that's going to send it back to the Ponies.
Let's see, Martin and Ames coming back in for Foxcroft. So
39-34. Leading scorers in the ball game. Logan Martin for the Ponies with 14. Crocker has 11. And a couple of Bapst players with 10, Shepard and Nick Chaffee. And a long-range miss there by the Ponies. Kimball with the board, and the foul is going to be assessed to Josh Cornett.
that's 16 fouls on the Ponies, just 3 on John Bapst. So John Bapst will be shooting free throws from here on out.
Assuming Josh is the son of Coach Cornett of the girls team?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Coach Cornett victorious in the first game of the day here on Ticket TV. Ball knocked away. Heading to the basketball is Crocker. Now heading to the rim is Crocker. He misses the layup. Vicious offensive rebound there by Jackson Smith. Went back up and got fouled. Good hustle there by Jackson Smith. He is just a freshman at 5'11".
Yeah, he had a big game against Dexter. Foxcroft beat Dexter a week or so ago. I think he had 15 points in that game. Kind of a breakout game for him.
And Smith, good form there on that free throw. 3rd point in the quarter. You can always tell these hotty-toddy academies and schools here. They put the grades in years. Come on now, just don't make me do all that
Just
hard
because you
math.
can't count.
That's right. I didn't go to Foxcroft Academy like you. You Willikers. All right, 1 for 2 at the line there for Smith. Makes it 39-35. Bapst holding on to the lead. They go inside to Raymond and couldn't quite get his mitts wrapped around that basketball. Knocked out of bounds by Crocker.
That's kind of a play for Foxcroft. You need to come up with the turnover in that situation.
They get it into big Patrick Raymond. He's got to keep that ball up there.
Yeah.
Here's Kimball leaning in and misses the shot, ends up on the floor. Here comes Logan Martin. He's back into the ball game, full of energy. Bounce pass ahead to Jackson Smith. He's got 2 more, 5 in the quarter for Jackson.
Yeah, great patience there. Tendency is to get the ball and put it up as soon as you can, but he knew the defense was there, so a little pump fake. Got that defender out of position and made for an easy shot.
And we're going to get a timeout. Called by Ed Jones. You see Logan Martin. And on the run, nice jump stop there. Defender goes flying by. That leaves Jackson Smith wide open for 2. We get Mark to put up those records from the pod, which John Bapst and Foxcroft Academy are part of. So you mentioned the A group, and the A group out of these 12 teams. Nokoma's not showing up here.
Right, because they're in a different league, but they joined the pod for geographic reasons, but Brewer, Bangor, and Hamden are all in the A pod, although Bangor's double A.
Yep.
The other 8 teams you see are all in the B pod, so try to ignore Bangor, Brewer, and Hamden for a moment if you're concerned about the B pod. Look at the pod records, and then you see where your team is in the standings at this point.
Do you eat peas, Ernie?
Yes.
Well, I'm doing a lot of pod talk here.
Yeah, I grow those. I love
yes.
fresh peas.
Nothing like it, right out of the garden.
Yeah, I'm a peas and carrots guy.
Guys, you and I have something in common.
That's about probably the only food thing we have in common. I do drink a lot of water.
There you go. All right, foul at the Bapst end. It's going to put Andy Chapika at the free throw line. Bapst a tenuous 2-point lead.
But they've maintained it.
They have.
Got to look and see what Foxcroft's last lead was. It wasn't in this half.
It was a big hit by Chapika. Every point very valuable. And Andy, the sophomore guard, with his 5th point. Can he make it 6? Yes, he can.
Foxcroft last lead was 7 to 6. Halfway through the first quarter. But it's never been more, I don't think, than 6 points.
Steal here by Chaffee, and he tried to head off to the races, but he got that basketball stuck on his hip, and that forced the walk. If it's a race, it's probably going to go to the Ponies. Do you think they have the horses to come back in this one?
Save that for more than 3.5 quarters, huh? I don't know.
Just for you.
It's tough because, I mean, they've had opportunities, although I don't know that they've had many possessions to actually take the lead. It's always hovered around this 3 to 4, 3 to 5 point edge, and John Bapst has, so far at least, always had an answer.
I know you're as corny as I am, so I can use it on you. Corner miss there, in and out, off the fingertips of Crocker, but how about Jackson Smith?
Yeah.
What a 4th quarter. Offensive rebound, put back up and down. He's got 7, and the Ponies are to within 2 again. Pangburn picks up the dribble, dangerous pass, and it's going to be taken away by Lucas Ames. Crosses over in front of his coach, Toby Nelson. Lob pass, another dangerous pass, but Crocker reels it in. Ames bounces it out top. They wing it left. Bapst in that 2-3 zone. In the corner, Martin fakes the 3, steps left. Another dangerous pass. Who's going to get to it first? It's going to be Crocker, but he'll step on the sideline.
They don't need to be in a hurry. It's just, and I know there's some good aggressive defense on the perimeter by the front end of that John Bapst zone, but you don't need to be in a hurry.
Teenagers, Ernie.
I know. Old men feel the same way, though.
Like to live on the edge.
Yeah. Those cross-court passes are just turnovers waiting to happen.
Yeah, depends upon how much velocity and mustard they have on them. Some of those did not have much. There's Sock Basin on the right side of the lane, and had a tough angle there. He'll draw the foul. And Jaden Sock Basin, the junior forward, at the line. Well, you look at what's coming back for Ed Jones next year. Luke Norman, Patrick Raymond, along with Cayman Zephyr, the only seniors listed on their roster, as Sock Basin nails the 3. He's got 3 points.
Not to like there on that returning roster. Yeah. It's 4 in a row from the line for John Bapst, which you always like to see in the 4th quarter.
Some big ones. Only 1:10 left to go. Foxcroft needs to get to work quickly. Cornett, Crocker has a few 3s in his back pocket. Goes to Smith. He's been strong here in the 4th. Cornett to Smith at the free throw line. A lot of touch passes. Open. Martin from the corner. Shot is short. Pangburn. He's got a few rebounds as one of the shortest players on the court. Gets it off to Butler. Butler weaving his way through the defense, and his pass too far ahead for Chapika. So that gives the Ponies another chance to get ever closer in this 4-point ball game.
With the high post, I think it's Smith who's been playing the high post. He needs to turn and look toward the baseline a little bit just to make John Bapst's defense collapse.
40 seconds left. Ames Crocker back to Ames. He looked to Cornett. They go to the free throw line. Now back to the near side.
Now he's got to turn. There you go. He's got to turn, at least look to make an offensive move.
Kick out, saved by Cornett. Ball is loose. There's Pangburn again. As I mentioned, his hands are in a lot of passing lanes. Comes near side to Butler. In the corner, Norman, and the Crusaders more than happy to salt away some time here as they spread the floor. Now a foul against the Ponies, and that's going to put Luke Norman at the free throw line.
9th team foul against Foxcroft. Just 4 against John Bapst, so if they wanted to, they could prevent a layup or so by committing a foul.
Too hard there from Luke Norman. And in the ensuing action, it is knocked out of bounds off Bapst, so that was a 1-and-1.
That was a 1-and-1.
Yeah.
I think everybody thought it was 2.
Well, another chance here for Foxcroft. They got to make it happen quickly. They're down by 4. Ames can't get the 3 to go. Offensive rebound. Jackson, oh, he left it short. He gets another one. That one will drop with 2.6 seconds on the clock. And a quick timeout called here by Toby Nelson. Jackson Smith now 9 points here in the 4th quarter, keeping his team in the ball game.
Really is 9 of the Ponies, 12 points, 4 or 5 from the field. He only missed that one he just followed in and kept Foxcroft with hopes here. So now you go for a steal and an immediate foul, and then hope John Bapst, which will have had 2 free throws at the time, it doesn't make them both. If they make one, you got to be in a hurry, but you have a play set up to get a shot from somewhere deep in the front court, probably, just because I don't know if there's time to catch the ball, throw it all the way down the court, make the catch, and put it up. But got to have a plan. It's going to be.
Well, whoever
it looks like they got the ball down there. So.
Yeah. See if we get a
because it was a made basket. That's why. Yeah.
2.6 on the clock. John Bapst basketball, full court.
Yeah, you'll have at least one player go deep to kind of help clear the area.
And it comes into Chapika, and he will be fouled. 1.2 seconds.
How much?
Falling off the clock. It was 2.6 going in.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I lost 1.2.
Yeah, okay. You were way ahead of me on the
Questioning
math.
my
eyesight.
Yes. I know the difference between a 2 and a 4.
You were way ahead of me on the math on that one. I didn't.
Well, let's see if Ed Jones puts big Patrick Raymond, depending upon the situation here in Topeka with a big make, that makes it a 3-point game. Now the shot that Foxcroft's going to end up with is going to be a 3, likely from at least 3/4 court, half court if they're lucky, but this one could put the game away. So Andy Chapika.
3 for 3 from the line so far, all in the 4th quarter.
44-41, 1.4 on the clock. Second free throw is short, and what do we got? Clock is ticking.
Yeah, the clock didn't start immediately.
I did hear Toby Nelson say timeout.
Yeah, Toby timeout, but nobody had possession of the ball there for a minute. It came loose, and then, see, now they can't really, with .02, all you can do is tap it into the basket. So all you can do is throw it at the rim, and yeah, that's all you got to do.
Throw it at the rim. Throw it at the rim. Throw it at the rim.
Oh, and that will do it as they tried the full court pass from Caden Crocker, and the Ponies unable to tip it back towards the rim, and they will fall here tonight at home by a final of 44-41. So Bapst showing some good composure and sticking with it there, Ernie. They got that lead. You mentioned the last lead for Foxcroft way back in the first quarter, 7-6.
7-6, coast-to-coast layup by Jordan Kimball with about 3:59 left in the first quarter, and it was an 8-7 John Bapst lead, and they never trailed after that. I'm looking for the largest lead, and I think it was 6 at one point, but mostly 28-22. It was 6 at one point, but mostly 5 and under. Foxcroft got to within 1 a couple of times, 30-29 at the end of the third quarter, And the 35-34 early in the fourth on a three-pointer by Caden Crocker, but couldn't get any closer. And then John Bapst did it well enough, 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the final 2.5 minutes to keep the Ponies from getting any closer. Foxcroft getting a big fourth quarter from freshman Jackson Smith, a couple of baskets on the offensive boards, and a fast break layup. And so
on the radio, but I'm still in my uniform.
but nice win for the Crusaders. Got to
Yes,
give them a lot of credit. They never had a huge lead, but they were able to maintain the lead basically for the entire game. And here they are.
All right. We tried to coax Ed Jones to talk with us. You got a second, Coach?
I got a second.
All right. All right. We'll get rid of you for a quick second here. Just put that on there, and we'll bring you on in here for a very quick conversation. So just talk about your team. They got that lead. It was slim throughout, but they held on.
This Dover team is a tough team. They play everybody tough. They're physical. They got a lot of fight in them, and our guys they just play hard. We all made mistakes, but they played through it, and we got the win tonight.
Yeah, I mean, and credit your composure. I think is the right word. I mean, you were only up as much as 6 once. The rest of the game it was kind of hovering 5 and 3, 4 and 2, and yet you never gave in and allowed the Ponies to regain the lead.
Well, it came down to making basketball plays, and when that came to it, they turned the ball over, we turned the ball over. I think if you really look at it, that during that stretch, we just didn't turn the ball over during that stretch when it came down to the 2 and the 3-point lead. But when we had the 6-point lead and the 8-point lead, we turned the ball over, they got back in.
Yep.
So I think that attributes. We got some good looks from some guys today that normally haven't gave us buckets, but it's been a quick season and they're coming around. These 10 guys gave it their all, and every person made a play out there to help us win the game tonight.
Yeah, we were impressed with Mr. Chaffee here. He seemed to be.
Chappie's finding his way.
Yeah.
Chappie is finding a way. I've been telling him all year to be offensively ready, and on the first half, I think he carried us. And then he made the big shot fake in the corner and got to the basket. So he played well. I mean, we're playing a lot of games. This is game 2 of 6. 2 games of 5 over the past 6 days.
Right.
And they're all on the road.
Yeah, so, that's right. That's right.
You guys are road warriors, to say the least. Michael Shepard also with 10 points, but like you said, 10 players, and they all contributed in some way to this victory here tonight.
Yep, and my hat's off to my guys. And like I said, unfortunately, they got to go home, go to school, and do it all over again.
All right. We will see you tomorrow night at Brewer High School.
Yep. Hopefully we can do the same thing.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
That is Coach Ed Jones from the victorious John Bapst Crusaders joining us here post-game. And we've got more post-game coming your way. We'll take a quick time out. We'll be back with some more highlights and the scoring from this one and some other stats from Ernie. He's been doing a lot of ciphering off to my right. That's coming up next here on Ticket TV at 929theticket.com. And welcome back to Foxcroft Academy as they are cleaning up here after a doubleheader between the John Bapst Crusaders and the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. Jim Church along with Ernie Clark. And it ended up being a split here at FA as the Foxcroft girls winning the first game of the night over the Crusaders. But the Crusader boys coming back to take game 2 by a final of 44 to 41. As you see right there, the Foxcroft Academy girls defeating John Bapst 41 to 28 in game 1 of the day. And Crusaders improved to 2-8, and the Ponies fall to 4-6 after this boys game. I'll run down the scoring, Ernie, then maybe you can bring us some other numbers for the victorious John Bapst Crusaders. A couple of players in double figures. Junior guard Mike Shepard had 10, including 2 threes. And as we mentioned, Nick Chaffee, junior guard, he ended up with 10 as well. Very strong inside. 7 points for Andy Chapika, just a sophomore. And then it was 6 points for Corey Butler, the junior forward, picking up 2 in the fourth quarter. Very important fourth quarter for the Crusaders. 4 points apiece for Jordan Kimball and 4 points for Jaden Sockbasin off Ed Jones's bench as well. 2 points for John Pangburn, but he was very much involved in this ball game here tonight at the defensive end and also quarterbacking that Crusader offense. A point for Luke Norman as well for the Crusader total of 44. For the Ponies, they were led by Logan Martin. He had 14, 11 points for Caden Crocker. He had 3 threes here tonight. 9 points for Jackson Smith. All of those points coming in the fourth quarter kept his team in this ball game. Ended up losing it by 3. 5 points for Lucas Ames and a couple for Gideon Topolsky.
Yeah, just some other leaders. Big game for John Pangburn. I had him for 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. So that's a pretty complete effort by the sophomore guard for the John Bapst Crusaders. 4 rebounds apiece for Andy Chapika, Luke Norman, and also Corey Butler. And for Foxcroft, 7 rebounds for Caden Crocker. Caden Crocker. 6 for Jackson Smith to go with the 9 points. 5 rebounds for Lucas Ames, and 4 for Brad Witten and Jaden Richard, and that would be about it. Assists 3 for Lucas Ames, the Foxcroft point guard. But again, John Bapst just kind of clinging to a lead, and as Ed Jones put it perfectly, when we get up 6 or 8, we throw the ball away, and that would let Foxcroft back in the game. But they tightened up offensively when the game got closer, enough so that that they never allowed the Ponies to gain the lead. Foxcroft unofficially with 20 turnovers in the game. That's a killer right there.
Yep.
John Bapst with 6 in the first half, 7 in the second half, so 13. So there's a difference of 7 there, and the final score was what? 5-point difference, 3-point difference actually, 1 possession. So that those stats right there, the turnovers and is a big statistic there. And also it doesn't seem like a lot, but John Bapst made 5 out of 7 free throws in the last couple of minutes of the game. And if you're not knocking those free throws down, those are extra possessions the Ponies get, and they didn't get them because John Bapst kept maintaining or extending their lead when they got sent to the free throw line.
All right, let's take a look at what's coming up here on Ticket TV and on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket. Tomorrow, a doubleheader from Brewer High School. John Bapst once again taking on the Witches, 5:15 for the boys contest, 7 p.m. for the girls game. And also tomorrow night on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket up at Old Town McKenzie Gymnasium, the Bangor Ram girls, a very solid team up against a very good Old Town team. 6:30 tip in that one on the radio side, and also on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket on Friday. These Foxcroft Academy Ponies travel to Herman to take on the Hawks at 7 p.m. And on Ticket TV, a biggie right there, Bangor at Brewer at 7:15, Ernie, and we're looking forward to that one.
Looking forward to that one. It was a 6-point game, 52-46 at Bangor early in the year in a game which Brewer did not make a three-pointer, and the three-pointer is, as you know from seeing them, is a big part of their offense. But Bangor did a good job of denying them their shot from beyond the arc, and this game here is pretty much for home court advantage throughout that 4-team playoff that's going to be held starting next Tuesday, I believe, with Brewer and Bangor and Hamden and Nokomis. And then the winner of that pool will play the winner of the B pool for the so-called pod championship. So this game, though, is for home court advantage. If Brewer wins, they would host because they got the potential to have a better winning percentage than Bangor because they're playing a couple more games. Bangor, I think, is limited to 10 games in the regular season, whereas Brewer's going to play 12. So if they both wind up, well, actually, they both have 1 loss right now because Bangor lost to Ellsworth last week. Though I guess that doesn't count because it's not in the pod. So basically, the winner of that game is going to be the home team throughout those playoffs.
All right, and finally, we'll take a look at the local lineup coming up tomorrow. The morning line from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Wayne Harvey and company. Tune in for that, and then the drive will take over in the afternoon from 4 to 6. I don't know if you're taking note, Ernie, but we are the last 3 left in this gymnasium, and this happened to me once at a baseball stadium down in Florida. I got locked in.
You got locked in?
Yes, so we probably ought to pack up before they pack us up. But good working with you. Jay Baines working the camera here tonight. Yeoman Work and Mark Paulette directing the show from back in Greater Bangor. And we will talk to you again tomorrow right around 5:15 here on Ticket TV. And don't forget the girls game over on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket at 6:30 p.m. Bangor and Old Town. That should be a very good one up in Old Town. All right, that's going to do it for The action here tonight, again in the doubleheader, Foxcroft wins the girls' game 41-28 over John Bapst. John Bapst boys defeat Foxcroft in the boys' game 44-41. Jim Churchill saying so long from Foxcroft Academy. This has been high school basketball on Ticket TV at 929theticket.com.